What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another video. So in today's video we're going to talk about the latest playtest of Battlefield 2042. There are things that we really need to discuss here, some important things about mouse sensitivity, latency, some things about the optimization, which obviously not going to be cool when we're talking about a pre-alpha game. We're talking about 120 FPS on consoles. We're going to talk about having two primary weapons, as well as some data mined information from Temporal, talking about some remastered maps, and apparently we are going to get downtown from Battlefield Hardline as well. So we're going to talk about all of those in today's video. Before we start, do make sure to go down in the comment section. Let me know what you think about. Let me know what you think about the weapons being locked or being open, two classes. Let me know what you think about the whole thing if you have played. And just generally speaking, do make sure to let me know what you think in the comment section. Make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel as well. YouTube hasn't been really kind to me in recent weeks. I don't know the reason, but I really need your support right now. So without further ado, guys, let's go ahead and start the video. So I'm going to start with Temporal and what he has to say about the remastered maps. Okay, it's going to start with propaganda, and it might return in Battlefield 6, but it will be reimagined in Bulgaria. BF6 files hint at a setting shift as seen with Operation Firestorm remaster in Turkmenistan, which could still deliver Cold War architecture, brutalist landmarks, and Eastern Bloc winter vibes. So that's going to be about propaganda. A really good map, one of my favorites in Battlefield 4, but we've got even more. Friendly reminder, hints in the Battlefield Labs files also suggest remastered versions of two more maps for Battlefield 6. First of all, we've got Talah Market from Battlefield 3 Aftermath, and we've got Downtown from Battlefield Hardline. Keep in mind that no further detail on updated location or specifics available yet. So we do know for a fact that we are going to get those maps, but we don't really have any other detail or anything. But there's something you guys need to know about dual primary weapons in Battlefield, and Temporal also has to say something about that. Then we're going to have my opinion on this as well. So Temporal says, quote, dual primary weapons in Battlefield 6 aren't a bug. They're a feature called weapon sling, available in the frontline path of the assault class. There's also an assault ladder gadget to help create new routes. So apparently some people thought that this dual primary weapon is some sort of bug. I gotta tell you guys, there are directions which Battlefield 6 is going to and are completely solid, and I completely understand them. And there are just pathways that, in my opinion, lead to hell. I really haven't played the game yet, I gotta be honest with you, but just from the sound of it, having two primary weapons on assault class, which is already more powerful than any other class in the game, is just insanity. You guys need to know that engineers can also have two rocket launchers. Just generally speaking, having two rocket launchers is just a great mess. Let's be honest. It's going to be a shit show for those vehicles, and they really can't survive on the battlefield with engineers having two rocket launchers. I'm just saying, But those are about the data mines. Let's talk about the things that people actually reported from the latest playtest that took place last Friday, and it lasted for 72 hours regarding some server stability issues. So they were testing server stability, basically. Nothing too complicated. But we've got some reports from people that, in my opinion, are worth noting. So a lot of people in the game chat actually were talking about the mouse sensitivity feeling off. It was like people saying I click and it starts shooting non-stop until the mag's empty. Issues like that. There's some sort of mouse input lag, something like that, still in Battlefield 6. I don't know what's going on, but that has been the case for 2042 in its entire lifespan. Like, mouse input lag issue has been a constant issue with 2042, and believe it or not, for those PC gamers, we're all afraid of this being repeated again. This is some sort of ridiculous issue with 2042, and as soon as you play another Battlefield game, you kind of understand the issue. You kind of know that your mouse isn't as responsible as it is in other FPS games, especially in other Battlefield games, and that's not really a good thing in a game like Battlefield, in any FPS game, honestly. There was some other dude reporting that he was getting 30 FPS on a 3060 on low settings, like RTX 3060, low settings, 30 FPS. You have to understand that this is a pre-alpha game, and even in a AAA game, when it's completed, when it's basically getting to the final stages, then they start to optimize the game. Like, optimization is most likely one of the last programs that every single developer has to do with their game. And that's also the case with 2042. However, when it comes to optimization, as much as things are not good on PC yet, people on console have been reporting some interesting stuff. And because the majority have been playing on PlayStation 5, and I guess there was no Xbox invites at all, but people on PlayStation 5 Pro, they actually report that they're operating on higher FPSs than 60, and someone got 120 FPS on the PS5 Pro. And that's probably just 1080p, right? So that's going to be some real good news for those console players. Also, you can use mouse and keyboard on PS5. That's something that's been reported as well. It's going to make things, easier for those console players, and I would say for PC players as well when it comes to crossplay. Let me tell you why. On one side, someone with a controller can never, ever even compete with someone with mouse and keyboard on a PC. That's just not something you want to even talk about. They can't compete unless you give them some sort of aim assist, and most of the times they're given that aim assist. But in 2042, the aim assist is ridiculously corrupted, and that thing even tracks you through smoke. I've been playing against console players all the time, and it kind of feels awkward when you go into smoke against PC players. They actually do not know where you are. But most of the times when some console player is actually fighting me, they easily track me through the smoke. Like, we're both in the smoke, but they know exactly where I am. And that, in my opinion, has to do something with the aim assist. So many people regarding this can actually agree to that, because it's either cheating or aim assist, right? But this happens so often that I would say it's not a cheating problem. It's more likely a aim assist problem. So if people on console can use mouse and keyboard, they're going to have fair gunfights actually with those PC players. And it's going to be a win-win both for console players and for PC players. In my opinion, that's something positive. Apparently, if you jump while you're ADS, you're going to have some sort of accuracy penalty. So if you want to move like, some sort of unhittable person, you will have some sort of accuracy penalty to not be able to land your shots as well. That's some good thing, in my opinion, because that's not the case with 2042 at all. You see, learning how to jump in 2042 mid gunfight is very important. Maybe I even make a video about that, because in my opinion, a lot of people just don't know about that, but it's very important, and it's without a penalty. So if it's coming with a penalty in the next Battlefield game, in my opinion, that's a good move, because, we have to slow things down just to know. We really have to. People are already admiring the destruction. In my opinion, from what I've seen so far, the destruction actually gives a lot of immersion to the game as well. And, some people, even some of the content creators are starting to, make fun of immersion people, but like it or not, I'm not a fan of those people who say we should completely make Battlefield look like a milsim or anything, but I do believe that the old Battlefield games had some sort of immersion, and it's obvious. As soon as you jump into Battlefield 1, Battlefield 4, Battlefield 3, as soon as you jump in those games, you're hit in the face with that immersion. And it's obvious. It's obvious that there's something different with something like Battlefield 5 or even Battlefield 2042. So in my opinion, you just have to accept that we need immersion, at least to some degree. So people are actually admiring the destruction, and as long as I'm concerned, from what I've seen so far in the leaks, the destruction is very good, and I'm pretty sure it's going to get even better. And finally, it appears that the stim for Assault class is actually rechargeable. And that's, in my opinion, something that should not be a part of the next Battlefield game. In my opinion, it's okay to have stim for Assault. It's okay. They can have that, but giving it a cooldown and having it recharge every single time is just, in my opinion, stupid. They should have 1 or 2 stims, and that's it, per life. They can't really do that every single 20-30 seconds, because it's gonna really make them hard to kill. It's like you're always playing against Falk, in 2042, because as soon as you damage Falk, she's gonna, regenerate health. It's like that. It's like having so many Falk players in the Assault class this time with stims that recharge every single 20 or 30 seconds. So in my opinion, that is something that has to be taken care of, and that's about all the things that we need to talk about, guys. Again, do make sure to go down in the comment section. Let me know what you think about the video, because we've covered a lot of things. Let me know about the remastered maps. Let me know what remastered maps do you like to see in the next game, and all those kind of stuff. So hope this video was helpful, and hope this was enjoyable, informative somewhat, and until next time, guys, stay cool.